Non-picky eaters, what's a food you just cannot do? Imitation coconut is the one thing I just can't seem to like. Imitation cherry is that one for me. Does it remind you of Play-Doh somehow? I've also noticed this in many things. Some are good though. Fake cherry flavor reminds me of 90s cough syrup. That's why I hate it. Funny thing is I like 90s cough syrup. Damatap is, the best. It was so good that I drank a whole bottle when I was 4. That wasn't a fun time when they made me also drink the vomit medicine. Jello from chicken, I just can stand it. It is traditional Polish food and is very popular in my voivodeship, Silesia, and on every family gathering it is on the table. I just simply find it disgusting. BTW I find flaxki, soup from guts, very yummy. 3 Sorry for bad English, I started learning 1 year ago so some words can be spelled wrong. Your English is great. However, the first food you described is making me regret being literate at all. Balut. Just something about a partially developed chicken egg that I just can't do. Edit, partially developed not partially fertilized lol whoops. I had never said no to trying anything. Until my boy showed up with some balut. Same for me, just something there makes me pass it up. Exactly. When this question comes up I don't even include balut for the same reasons I don't list things like pencils and motor oil. That shit ain't food. How nice it is to learn that my egg-eating nightmare scenario is an actual food people intentionally make in some parts of the world. My stepmother worked at a local Asian grocery store that sold balut. It was really hot one day and their fresh balut hatched. Apparently the staff weren't terribly sympathetic to the newly hatched ducklings and they just sort of tossed them with the trash. I didn't know that anyone was allowed to sell still developing balut. Ooh. That's horrible. Fermented fish. Suresti arming? My mom buys it every time she's in Sweden on her monthly food shopping trip, and will text me when she has some so I know not to come by on visit for 2 to 3 days until that horrible smell is 100% gone. There's the opening outside, in a bucket of water, with the wind going away from anyone with a nose. My uncles would put the can on a stump and shoot it from a distance with a small caliber rifle. I had natto once. Maybe it's healthy, but if your Wikipedia page describes it as an acquired taste due to the odor and texture, yeah, it looks, smells, and tastes like snot goblins. Different culinary history, but also, if you need to ferment seafood and lie, I believe the appropriate words are failure to plan for winter rather than delicacy. I've tried eggplant probably 5 to 6 times at different parts of my life and have thought it was gross every time. Non-fussy Slav here, aspic or any other form of meat-tasting jelly. Just no, thank you. Till about aspic. Silkworm pupae that is boiled or steamed. I tried it once and that's it. I don't like the taste, how it looks, and the smell. I get nauseous whenever I smell it. And they also sell it in a can. That fake crab that tastes like plastic, and tangerines cause they give me the runs. I used to work in a deli where we made seafood salad from crab. It came in a package that said freshly caught imitation crab and I thought it was one of the funniest things ever. Isn't imitation crab just pollock? I have no idea. I thought a sea poob like you would know better. I haven't yet found any food that I just cannot do. Similar here. I'll eat damn near anything. Snails? Sure. Sweatbreads? Hell yeah. I've even eaten fish eye. Not my fave, but like most weird seafood, it's mostly just salty. Papaya though. Duck that. Tastes like vomit. Can't do it. Edit, yes, I misspelled sweetbreads. I'm leaving it, because YOLO for life or something. Oh my god, I thought I was the only one who tasted vomit when I ate papaya, gross. Not sure if you're lucky because your vomit tastes like papaya or if you're unlucky because you taste vomit when you eat papaya. The only good papaya I tasted was on Maui. I was like, holy shit, is this what a papaya is supposed to taste like? Been chasing that high ever since lol. Flea market papaya comes close, since it's usually very ripe. Still, not the same sweet taste. Supermarkets like Safeway carry that trash unripe vomit papaya. Tons of super common foods in this thread, guess I'm less picky than I realized. Runny eggs? Tomatoes? Mushrooms? When I saw this thread I was expecting more. Organ meats and insects, both land and sea, are just about the only thing I won't try only because I know what they are. I've eaten insects that have tasted nice. As long as they are prepared they can be nice for sure. Ants were like nuts. Organ meats are also delicious and often nutritious. I made a deliberate choice to not eat octopus. Honestly, I used to love them. Me too. Especially after watching my octopus teacher. That documentary did me in, no octopus or calamar on my table. Tuna. When I was pregnant with my twins, I had horrible morning sickness the entire time. But my body just craved tuna helper one night. Made a box, ate it all myself. Pretty easy to know where this goes. I threw up so hard and so long that I was throwing up just burning stomach acid when I stopped. I also peed my pants. I can't even look at a can of tuna at the store without feeling sour. When I was pregnant I saw a box of Fruity Pebbles and had to eat a huge bowl. Let me tell you, throwing up cereal is like throwing up wet sand. I also peed my pants. Pregnancy is no joke. I recently got really sick after eating popcorn and let me tell you, it was like throwing up glass shards. I don't know if I can ever eat it again. Any kind of brains. Do you want a prion disease? Because that's how you get a prion disease. I'm pretty adventurous with organ meats. I've had various lungs, hearts, livers, tongues, blood sausages, etc., but I draw the line at nervous tissue lol. Black licorice, ducking vile. I'm beginning to think I'm not a picky eater after reading this. I eat just about everything. The two things I cannot eat are kimchi and menudo. My wife is one of the pickiest eaters I know, and loves menudo. I can't stand being anywhere near it. Human flesh. Weakling. Peas. First time, a skin from one stuck in my throat and I barfed up dinner. Peas hurling vomit. Seems like this just became a place for picky eaters to vent. Fake sugar, like aspartame, sucralose, stevia, etc. I'll eat, or would try, everything else in this thread, but I just can't stand the taste of sugar substitutes. I hate water chestnuts. Lima beans. Just no. I eat everything. Not remotely fussy. But I randomly hate meringue and sweet corn. No idea why. These two are so inoffensive. Oysters. Durian. When I was in Thailand I noticed so many signs on public transport reading no smoking, no alcohol and no durian, quite hilarious as the stench is unbearable let alone in small spaces. Must be the Thai equivalent of a no microwaving fish in the break room sign. I am a foodie. Food is a hobby for me. I am a very accomplished home cook, and vacation time is finding great restaurants to eat at and I look for new flavor combinations. With that said, olives can duck right off. If they are used as one of the many flavors in a dish and would be missed. Such as in Mario Bataille's chicken and cooked wine. Sure, I'll eat them. But that's it. Any really fishy fish. Off the top of my head the only thing I will flat out not eat is cottage cheese. Most melons, cantaloupe being the worst. Watermelon is okay. Natto. I try it every few years just in case anything's changed with my taste buds or texture preferences, but it's just as bad or worse every single time I give it another go. The slimy, stringy texture is the primary offender. I draw the line at fish eyes. One and done, thank you. My 7-year-old nephew is obsessed with eating fish eyes. Hess almost normal otherwise, except that he prefers cucumbers to cake. Black pudding. Come on, I can't be alone. Indonesian mother of a friend of mine once made a squid dish. Flavor-wise it was amazing, but eating entire mini squids just gave me a texture difference overload. Had to tap out once I got too much into my head. Had mini squids at a sushi restaurant once. Didn't taste offensive at all, but biting down I could distinctly feel my teeth popping through the various membranes and organs. I really didn't like the sensation.